Jaron Boots Ennis has came out and said that he will be two-time, two-belt champion by 2023 at the 147 division. So it looks like Jaron Boots Ennis is digging his feet in and is planning to stay at the division for the next year. So that's cool. He said in the last interview I saw him in, he said it's easy for him to make 147. He said it'd be water weight. So he said it's easy for him to just drop it and gain it, and, stuff like that. So he's saying that by 2023 he plans on becoming a two belt holder at 147. So how could that possibly happen? Well, right now as it stands, Yordenis Ugas is the WBA champ, Errol Spence is the WBC IBF champ, and Terrence Crawford is the WBO. I'd say, man, by 2023, I fully expect Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence to be out at 147. They should be at 154 by that time. And that would mean, depending on who's undisputed, or if undisputed ever happens, and we know why that might not fucking happen. So let's just assume there is no Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight, because it's looking like that's never gonna fucking happen. But the way things is looking like Errol Spence is going to fight Ugas. He more than likely will beat Ugas, and Errol Spence will have 3 straps, but will still have his WBO. And it's looking like Terrence Crawford is being pushed out of 147, man. It looks like his chances of probably becoming undisputed is very thin. It looks like they're trying to freeze him out. A lot of boxing channels feel the same way. I feel like that's what's happening. It's certainly looking like it. It's looking like soon as Ugas loses to Spence, if more than likely that happens, there's going to be many other roadblocks in front of Terrence Crawford to get to the Errol Spence fight. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. I told you they're going to probably go into negotiations to save face for the boxing fans and make it seem like they're interested in the fight. And they're going to go in there and lowball Bud, and then he's going to walk away. Because I already heard that they had to sit down. I don't know if it's true or not. I heard they had to sit down, and then Errol said some dumb shit, and then Bud got up and left. So right there, what was that telling you? The fight ain't happening, man. So assuming it's not happening, and then those guys that currently have, so Errol get the other strap, Bud is going to be forced to just move up and fight somebody at 154. That's really it, man. It's either that or Josh Taylor comes down to 147. He fights Josh Taylor, then goes up to 154. I don't know. He fights Josh Taylor for the, he holds the WBO. He fights Josh Taylor, and then if he wins, then he drops the WBO. If Terrence Crawford loses, obviously Josh Taylor will be the new WBO welterweight champion. And then Bud moves up or retires, whatever. So then that would mean Errol Spence, he'll have the 3 straps, and then that would mean either Josh Taylor and Errol Spence will fight for the straps for undisputed. Because remember what I told you guys. I told y'all Errol Spence, he very well may become undisputed at 147. Minus Terrence Crawford. They're gonna push Bud out of the division. So Errol Spence is gonna be the one taking the easy route. The real easy route, which more than likely will be Josh Taylor. I don't think Josh Taylor beats Errol Spence at all. I know this is a weird scenario, but it's looking like that might be one of the scenarios here. And I don't know. So then Josh Taylor gets the strap. He's at 147 now, right? Let's just say he's at 147. And then Jaron Boots Ennis is still a factor. We're not even going to put Virgil Ortiz in the mix because Virgil Ortiz camp already said they're not fighting Boots for another 4 years. They know what time it is. But so then Jaron Ennis, he's up there in the rankings already for most of these belts. So it's going to probably look like Errol Spence is going to probably, he said he had 2 more fights, right? So Ugas, and then who's going to be his last fight at 147? We don't know. Question mark. I damn sure don't think it's going to be Bud. So it's going to be somebody either coming up at 147, probably Josh Taylor coming up to 147, or it might be one of these other dudes, Stanley Onis or somebody like that. One way or another, Errol's going to get his hands on that WBO, but it's not going to be through Terrence Crawford. I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. And then once Errol gets that belt, Errol's undisputed. Errol drops the belts, does whatever he does, jets up to 140, 154, or he retires, whatever. Then that gives Boots a chance to get 2 straps or probably more, like 3. I think he's ranked in three sanctioning bodies already. So there you go. And I think Boots spanks Josh Taylor. I think he spanks everybody else, potentially everybody else right now, besides Bud and maybe Errol Spence. We don't know yet, but I don't think they'll ever fight. I don't think Errol Spence will ever fight, but Boots, he'd probably leave. For Terrence Crawford fighting Boots, I don't know. I think he should, but hey, he probably won't. He probably gonna move up to 154. So it's gonna leave Boots in there with some pretty stale competition. It's not gonna be much there for him to fight. I don't think any of even the top dude. Once Errol and Bud leave, I don't think any of the other dudes at the top are as skilled enough to beat Boots. I just don't think. I think Boots is just that good, man. I mean, we haven't seen him in no real tough fights yet. That's not his fault. You know, that could be a combination of many things. His management team. It could be a combination of the promoter. It could be a combination of people don't want to fight him. Because I heard a lot of people don't want to fight the kid. So you can't get mad at his record if he ain't getting a fight. It's not his fault. But we have seen him perform. And he looks good through what, 28 fights. Can't discredit the dude, man. Can't do that. So I still think he's gonna shine and show and prove with some top comp too. It's gonna be the same shit. They might give him a more of a fight, but I think it's gonna be the same thing with Josh Taylor, Stanionis, Butaev, Jamal James, Virgil Ortiz, Connor Ben. Boot spanks all these dudes, man. As far as I'm concerned, he spanks them, and he's gonna get at least 2 straps off of one of these dudes, and you're gonna see. That's what I think is gonna happen with Jaron Boots. I believe him when he say by 2023 he's gonna be a 2-belt holder at the division. It's gonna take some time for everything to play out because the way everything is moving right now at 147, you got people potentially on their way out. Then you got somebody trying to move up, and then you got boxers in lower ranks moving up, and then you know that's how that shit gonna work. It's gonna work out just like that. Mark my words on everything I said in this video. Or something like that is going to happen. Everything I said is going to happen just like that, or at least close. Come back to this video in another year, Lord willing, I'm still here. And tell me if I was right or not. But anyway, I'm off this. It's Rebel Life Boxing. Salute to Jaron Boots Ennis. He's one of my top 10 dudes right now that's currently boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's a hype job. I think he's the real deal. And we'll see how he does against higher comp if he ever gets a chance. I just don't think Bud or Errol's gonna fight him, man. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think Bud should fight him. A lot of people don't agree with it. I think he should, bro. Make more of a statement. But who knows? If Bud did fight Boots before Errol, if they did even consider it, and he beats Boots, man, they definitely ain't gonna fight Terrence Crawford. So that might be a bad move for Bud, you know, as far as that concerned. But anyway, I'm off this. Drop a comment, like, subscribe. Catch y'all later, and I'm out.